Eugene. Breakfast, come on, quick.
It's very rare that the three of us get to sit down and have a good Ulster fry. My mum's cooking's always been good. She's always put big spreads on the table for us.
It's nice to get them all back together again, you know. It's good so that.
They've always been very close. Once used to say to me whenever they used to go out, they all go together, and they always go together. It doesn't matter where they go, they're always very, very close.
We've always travelled together racing, even when we did motocross as kids. We all went with our sisters and everybody in the van, and we all enjoyed it. That was all part of it.
Michael and John both got about 5, and Eugene started about 3. You know, they had already done some groundwork, so therefore Eugene followed suit.
I don't remember the first time I rode a motorbike. I was 3 years old, and I'm sure they just thought it would be fun to put me on the motorbike and see if it would crash, but I managed to ride on, and it was no problem to me. And still, at that point, I was riding a bicycle with stabilisers, so first bike I rode without stabilisers had an engine in it.
And what's your name, please?
Eugene. Eugene.
What did you think of the track this morning?
Good.
Did you do the Irish and Ulster Championships?
Yep.
Are you looking forward to the racing today?
Yep.
We had 50 acres of land here, and we'd set off out onto the fields on our little 50cc bikes. We just done it as fun around the fields here, really. We set up our own tracks and just used to ride about, and we never really thought of it as a career. We would watch the 500 GP or whatever on a Sunday and then ride around there thinking we were Wayne Rainey and Kevin Schwantz.
They had quite good success. They all have been Irish champions. Like they all graduated to get Irish championships. So that.
Our dad worked here as an engineer through the week, and he would graft from much longer than 9 to 5. He would work all day. From Monday to Thursday, we would set off and travel to England, get the ferry on a Thursday morning, and drive through the day to arrive at the circuit. And he would be preparing our bikes through the week and funding it for us. So, you know, it was a big undertaking, and he put a lot into it.
To be fair to Michael, he really did do the groundwork. Michael started 125 racing in 1998, and by the time I came along, we had fast bikes, and he'd done all the hard work. He was always battling up in towards the front, and his bike was slow. It wasn't competitive, so he did the groundwork and made it easier for me, that's for sure.
It would be nice to race against each other and see where we stack up, and it would be lovely to see Eugene make the step up to GP. I know that's where his heart kind of lies.
I'm happy right now in World Superbikes. I'm riding for Aprilia on a competitive bike. I would love to become world champion before moving on, but you know, GP is where it's at, and I'd love to race against those guys one day. Out of the family, I think myself and Michael were always the two that were the biggest fans of racing. We were always up watching the flyaways at 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and we knew every rider in the grid. We were real fans of it, so to be there racing one day together would be a dream come true.
Who knows what the future holds and where we'll both end up in the next few years, but there's definitely a possibility it could happen.